Hey, what's up, guys? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the 50 highest selling 1980s baseball cards from the Fanatics weekly auction that ended on May 25th. And we'll kick today's list off at number 50 with this 1989 Fleer Nolan Ryan, card number 368. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for just over $40. Up next at number 49 is this 1980 Topps Mike Paxton, card number 388. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $44.40. We're sticking to the early 1980s at number 48 with this 1981 Topps Gorman Thomas, card number 135. This was a PSA 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $45.60. Coming in at number 47 is this 1986 Topps Tom Henke, card number 333. This was a PSA 10 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $46.80. Up next at number 46 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Allen Bannister, card number 784. This was a PSA 10 that received 7 bids, and it also sold for $46.80. Coming in at number 45 is this 1987 Leaf Barry Bonds rookie, card number 219. This rookie was in a CGC 9 that received 6 bids, and it sold for $48 even. Up next at number 44 is this 1981 Fleer Nolan Ryan Star Sticker, card number 108. This was a PSA 9 that received 9 bids, and it sold for just over $50. Coming in at number 43 is this 1981 Topps Glenn Hubbard, card number 247. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $51.60. Up next at number 42 is this 1980 Topps Rick Cerone, card number 591. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $52.80. And we're headed back to the junk wax era at number 41 with this 1989 Topps Nolan Ryan, card number 530. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for $55.20. And we're back to the early 1980s to kick off the top 40 with this 1981 Topps Gary Maddox, card number 160. This was a PSA 10 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $57.60. Up next at number 39 is this 1981 Topps Gordy Pladson, card number 491. This was a PSA 10 that received 6 bids, and it sold for $58.80. Coming in at number 38 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Alex Trevino, card number 444. This was a PSA 10 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $62.40. Coming in at number 37 is this 1988 scored Nolan Ryan, card number 575. This was a PSA 10 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $67.20. Up next at number 36 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Allen Ashby, card number 331. This was a PSA 10 that received 8 bids, and it also sold for $67.20. Coming in at number 35 is this 1985 Topps Tiffany Craig McMurray, card number 362. This was a PSA 10 that received 8 bids, and it sold for just short of $70. We welcome a new Hall of Famer to the list at number 34 with this 1985 Leaf Kirby Puckett rookie, card number 107. This rookie was in a PSA 9 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $72 even. Coming in at number 33 is this 1980 Topps Mitchell Page, card number 586. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for $74.40. Up next at number 32 is this 1985 Topps Tiffany Dave Beard, card number 232. This was a PSA 10 that received 9 bids, and it sold for $81.60. Coming in at number 31 is this 1985 Topps Roger Clemens rookie, card number 181. This rookie was in a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $84 even. And we welcome another newcomer to the list to kick off the top 30 with this 1980 Topps Rick Sutcliffe, card number 544. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $91.20. Up next at number 29 is this 1989 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan, card number 774. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $93.60. Coming in at number 28 is this 1986 Don Jennings Southern League All-Stars Mark McGwire, card number 3. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $96 even. Up next at number 27 is this 1987 Topps Tiffany Rafael Palmeiro rookie, card number 634. This was a PSA 10 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $103.20. Coming in at number 26 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Andy McGaffigan, card number 133. This was a PSA 10 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $103.20. Up next at number 25 is this 1984 Fleer Update Roger Clemens rookie, card number U27. This rookie was in a BGS 8 that received 22 bids, and it sold for $117.60. Mr. Padre makes his first appearance on today's list at number 24 with this 1985 Topps Tony Gwynn, card number 660. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for $132. Coming in at number 23 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Barbaro Garby, card number 609. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $138. Up next at number 22 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Alfredo Griffin, card number 566. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it also sold for $138. Coming in at number 21 is this 1983 OPC Andre Dawson, card number 303. This was a PSA 10 that received 22 bids, and it sold for $156. And we welcome another newcomer to the list to kick off the top 20 with this 1986 Topps Tiffany Alejandro Sanchez, card number 563. This was a PSA 10 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $174. Up next at number 19 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Andre Robertson, card number 738. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $186. Coming in at number 18 is this 1986 Topps Tiffany Bill Ullman, card number 48. This was a PSA 10 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $192. We're sticking to the same set at number 17 with this 1986 Topps Tiffany Bill Campbell, card number 112. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $192. Up next at number 16 is this 1983 OPC Reggie Jackson, card number 56. This was a PSA 10 that received 44 bids, and it sold for $210. Coming in at number 15 is this 1980 Topps Strikeout Leaders, card number 206. This was a PSA 10 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $252. Up next at number 14 is this 1987 Topps Future Stars Bo Jackson Rookie, card number 170. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $264. Coming in at number 13 is this 1983 OPC Mike Schmidt, card number 300. This was a PSA 10 that received 30 bids, and it sold for $300. The Kid makes his first appearance on today's list at number 12 with this 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie, card number 1. This star rookie was in a PSA 9 that received 16 bids, and it also sold for $300 even. Coming in at number 11 is this 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie Auto, card number 1. This was a PSA 7 with a 10 grade for the auto that received 26 bids, and it sold for $312. And we get one of our weekly regulars to kick off the top 10 with this 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson Rookie, card number 482. This rookie was in a PSA 8 that received 29 bids, and it sold for $336. Up next at number 9 is this 1984 Topps Nolan Ryan, card number 470. This was a PSA 10 that received 21 bids, and it sold for $360. Coming in at number 8 is this 1987 Fleer Barry Bonds Rookie, card number 604. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $372. We welcome a newcomer to the list at number 7 with this 1981 Donruss Tim Raines rookie auto, card number 538. This was a PSA 10 with the 10 grade for the auto that received 23 bids, and it sold for $420. Coming in at number 6 is this 1987 Fleer Glossy Barry Bonds rookie, card number 604. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 22 bids, and it sold for $432. Alright guys, and before we get to the top 5, I did pull aside 8 bonus cards to share with you today. We'll start off with a player that missed the top 50 with this 1986 Donruss Jose Canseco rookie, card number 39. This rated rookie was in an SGC 8.5 that received 18 bids, and it sold for just short of $40. Up next is this 1987 Classic Travel Update Yellow Greenback Bo Jackson, card number 109. This was a PSA 8 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $34.80. Headed back to the mid-1980s for the next few bonus cards. We'll start off with this 1985 Topps Mark McGwire rookie, card number 401. This was a PSA 8 that received 7 bids, and it sold for $30 even. Up next is this 1985 Donruss Roger Clemens rookie, card number 273. This rookie was in a PSA 9 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $28.80. For another player that missed the top 50, we get this 1984 Donruss Joe Carter rookie, card number 41. This rookie was in a PSA 8 that received 9 bids, and it also sold for $28.80. And there wasn't as many Ken Griffey Jr. cards in this weekly auction as usual, but I did run across his 1989 Score Traded rookie, card number 100T. This was a PSA 9 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $27.60. Up next is this 1987 Donruss The Rookies Bo Jackson rookie, card number 14. This was a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $26.40. And for one last player that missed the top 50, I found this 1988 Fleer Superstars Will Clark, card number 8. This was a PSA 10 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $24 even. And kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1980 Topps Mike Schmidt, card number 270. This was a PSA 10 that received 23 bids, and it sold for $516. And we welcome a newcomer to the list at number 4 with this 1984 Topps Don Mattingly rookie, card number 8. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 20 bids, and it sold for $1,050. And the prices really start to heat up at number 3 with this 1983 Topps Tony Gwynn rookie, card number 482. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for just short of $4,000. Coming in at number 2 is this 1988 Cal League All-Stars Ken Griffey Jr., card number 26. This was a PSA 10 that received 28 bids, and it sold for $4,200. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 1982 Topps Traded Cal Ripken Jr. rookie, card number 98T. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 23 bids, and it sold for $5,400. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.